Hi Capricorn, welcome to your October 2022 General Tarot update or reading. It's Raina here. Interesting, because I always think of the astrological stuff going on. I have an astrology video for October. Wow, look at that one. So check out my channel. For that specifically. But I was just thinking, because I saw, okay, there are a couple of cards here that made me think about career matters. And for sure, Pentacles can be your job, concern about money or focus on money. And so I was thinking about how Libra is your 10th house of career. So when you have the sun here and things, that can be what's your focus at that time. And this is where Mercury retrograde occurred too. So Mercury goes direct at the beginning of October. And so you might see things start to shake out or settle down, I should say. So the heart of the matter is Nine of Pentacles. And this can be this feeling, grapes, I think the color purple and then even the grapes are like kind of wealth or royalty, I think. Something like that. So it's really talking about having this sense of your own personal wealth. And, it doesn't have to be like literal, like you're just, the lifestyles of the rich and famous, but just how you are coping or dealing with it. And sometimes, an example is, let me just talk about this card that we have in the past position that could be really talking about this. The Four of Swords. This is a card of contemplation, even physical restoration. So yeah, somebody who burned the candle at both ends and had to kind of take a breather. And this, in other words, maybe either take a break from work, like a medical break or mental health. It's usually you say a mental health day, so maybe it's even quitting a high stress job or career. And the point is that for a Capricorn person, I could see no matter how much money is in the bank, thinking, oh my God, I can't do this because of money. Because you just tend to think of, I have to produce and create, I have to keep earning money. And really this is asking of you to do something that is not going to stress your finances too much. I mean, that's I don't know why I said that at all, actually, because what I think that this has meant is it was a way for the universe to allow you to do what you might have done on your own if you had felt comfortable doing it. Sometimes people just don't feel comfortable taking that initiative when it comes to like quitting a job, because it seems like the complete opposite of what is a responsible thing to do. The higher message is Three of Wands, which is a card of expansion. So it's also, in addition to protecting yourself, it also can be issues of having a more expansive idea of life. Like there's more to life than this. And realizing that your life isn't just about a particular type of job that you're in or money that you're earning. And if you have enough in the bank, that it's really important to utilize it, because that's what it's there for. It's not just there to sit up and take space, but to be, available when you need it. And then it gives you that space to really figure out what you should be doing now. And with the Three of Wands, it's all about expansion at the end of the day in terms of what is really maybe true for you, what you really want out of life. And sometimes it can be confusing because you might be of two minds, like, oh, yeah, I do want to explore different areas, but what if, still those things. So hopefully, I know this isn't going to be true for everybody, but I hope that there are at least some people, some Capricorns who have been doing this. What crosses you is the Strength card. I really think this has to do, first and foremost, with, inner confidence, knowing that everything is going to be okay no matter what it looks like on the outside. But also, I feel like with the Strength card, it could be like, if the Four of Swords has to do with your physical well-being, that you might still need to build up your body again. So not, resisting the temptation to just jump in and try to do something that isn't really in alignment with your health is something that you want to avoid because it could be very harmful for you. And yet you may feel like, oh, I can do this, I'm okay now. And sometimes, if a person is coming off of an actual illness, they may feel like, okay, thank God, I'm finally over this thing. But what if they waited a day or two after that to really see if they have recovered fully? They might save themselves another relapse, that kind of thing. So building up the immune system, I think, is also connected to this card on a health level. I don't give medical advice for obvious reasons, but strengthening the immune system is always a good thing for anybody, right? So what's coming in is the Tower card. And this is that catalyst for growth. Now, this is eclipse season, and I don't know if I said that. I guess I didn't say that. So there is going to be an eclipse in Scorpio on October 25th. It's going to be at 2 degrees of Scorpio, and Scorpio for you is the 11th house. But it's very possible that for a lot of you, this might be even in your career sector. So the truth is that sometimes we withdraw because we know what's going to come and we're being prepared for it. So if there's any kind of changes, if you are still working, but maybe you've taken a recent leave of absence and you have come back to the workplace, accept whatever happens that seems, even if it seems out of the ordinary or unexpected in your life, accept it because this is obviously what you need to experience for whatever reason. Don't be afraid of whatever comes your way. I think sometimes people get very nervous when things change. In Capricorn, you're a very ambitious sign, so you don't want to lose your sense of direction or what have you, because it just is what it is. I just thought of that Dylan song, Simple Twist of Fate. Sometimes we really feel like we are in control. And that's why they use the term co-creation, talking about the law of attraction and manifestation, things like that. Because yes, of course, you can take inspired action in the direction of your dreams and you can actually make things happen, but there are times when things will be beyond your control. How do you handle life in those moments? Are you anxiety ridden, or are you confident that there is something invisible a guiding force that is there to support you, that is not against you at any time? The outcome, I think I'll pick an additional card. I was going to try to end it with this card, but this card is a rather murky card. The Seven of Cups. And even the number 7 can be a turning point, and also more of like an artistic or meditative vibe. And but it's with the cups. This is a card that I think is connected to Neptune, and because of this, it can represent when people feel like they're not quite sure what direction to take, what to do. That's what Neptune represents. And it's the problem with all of that is that this one of the key words too is, or phrases, is wishful thinking. And sometimes people get caught up in hoping for things that maybe not are for their highest good. And I actually, Scorpio, I was talking about that solar eclipse. Actually, I said that most people might actually fall in your 10th house. I always, hesitate to talk about those kinds of things because it's just hard for me to visualize those changes. Really, if we just take it in a standard way, Scorpio is your 11th house, and that's the house of hopes and wishes. But you may not be quite sure what you want. This may be a midlife crisis reading for some of you, where you have done something for a while, but you don't necessarily want to do it anymore. Maybe the cost is too great. The cost to your physical health, your mental health, your time, wealth. They have a thing called time poverty, when you don't have time to do what you want to do. And all of these things are real concerns. They're not trumped up. They can actually exist. So being able to see your life from the perspective of how you want to live versus how you're being pushed to live on somebody else's timetable, that may not work for you anymore. Even though you're a Capricorn, you might be like, what's wrong with me? Why am I not like that? Well, I think that's part of the spiritual upgrade. So let me pick, let's cut the cards, and all right. Great. And it's great that it's Pentacles, because that's Earth energy. So 6 of Pentacles, give and take. When you give, this is, Pentacles is all about energy. That's what money is. It's nothing more and nothing less, as is energy concentrated in a physical unit. And the energy is the time of whoever it is that they symbolize in this coin. And so when you work, you're giving energy to your employer. So what are you getting back for it? Hopefully that's something that you were reflecting on with the 4 of Swords. What am I getting back for it? Oh, okay. Well, I'm getting a lot of money. Okay, but is it worth the price? Because the price is my actual well-being. So is it really worth it, And now what? What do I do now when I don't really have a lot of strength? How do I've given so much to them, and I think I'm getting back in return, but am I just getting weaker and weaker? So equal time, things that are not draining. That's a good way of putting it, because they will give to you, but you won't feel like you're being drained personally from what this represents. And so it creates that equilibrium, and it's a grounding effect. When you don't feel that things are equal, it's kind of like this shaky ground. Okay, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, I'm primarily an astrologer. I have specials that are double readings, like my deep dive reading. Please check out what I have to offer on my website at the link below. Take care. Bye.